of God upon the life of the prophets. I stand here to give a background history about the prophet as a mother. I can say a mother because I've lived with him all through. He is the last born of the house, the last born of the family. At the tender age of about 4 years, when we were together with our parents, by then they were still alive. These young boys, Sebastian, started manifesting some kind of mystical powers, some kind of something mystical, mystery, something very strange. When people visit us in our house, you see people, old people, young people, you will just get up and start talking about them, just telling them. It became a time that my mother was so afraid. My mother would intervene and tell him, don't do this, you can be killed. It was like that so often. He even left our place, went to another place, they called it Anyangwe. Went there, he was helping one of our sisters to serve in a restaurant. Each time when people gather like this, you find him again, the same action, talking about them. At times, this kind of occultic people, you find him talking. Until one man was so angry and had to report. The man came and reported to that lady that just want this child, I don't want to see this child here. So that our sister brought him back to our house. So we realized that there was something that was going on with him. It came a time when we have our sister who is, the corpse is in the mortuary now. That our sister came, is a deaconess from the Apostolic Church. She was always with us. And all these things were happening. She came and said, no, this thing, by then she was not a deaconess. She came and said, no, this thing is not normal. That there is something wrong with this child. She took a razor blade and came and cut and gave a mark here like this. That this child has 4 eyes. That they have to do something. They have to take this child somewhere. They have to carry this child somewhere. By then we were not all that so best or so deep. Although we were believers, but we were not so deep in certain things. She made that mark like that and left. They didn't continue. One time they went for fishing with a friend, where in the area where we do farming. They went for that fishing. They were so overwhelmed and they even forgot. And it was so late. They left the place so late. As they were going back to the house, it was already dark. No touch, no light. Along the road, they missed their track. No light. 2 of them, they stood like this. They did not even know what to do. A great light just appeared like this. Very big light appeared and was moving with them. That light was always moving with them. That light followed them until they got to the head of the village. When they got there, the light disappeared. They trekked now into the village. They came and narrated the 2 of them. The other man is still there in Baptist. They came and narrated the story. So the life of the man of God, I cannot say that it was all that smooth. It was a little bit rough. As a young man, he grew up with some kind of small stubbornness at that tender age. So when I realized that, and all of us realized that I was a little bit stubborn, we handled him with care. We were so best. We were determined that he was not going to be a spoiled child because it was the last. Not only because it was the last, we said you cannot be spoiled in our midst. So that for that reason, all of us, we concentrated on him, we focused on him so much. So with this thing in him, class 7, form 1, form 2, form 3 like that, we were together in Kondo Titi. I looked at the situation and I said, no, you cannot stay here. I have to change you. Took him from that place, sent him to Bamenda. He came here and started a task queen, the Apostolic Secondary School. When he came here, he fell in the hands of wonderful people, good people, spiritually strong people. So they took care of him. He became the intercessor prayer leader. He became the religious prefect. He was the religious prefect of the school. They took care of him, Madam Esther and some other people. They were there with Anyangwe and all of them, all those apostolic people there, they took care of him and nurtured him till from 5. He left for 5 and then went to Kaskuba. In Kaskuba, we put him in the dormitory. Why in the dormitory? He kept complaining. I am seeing this. I am seeing this. I cannot sleep. I cannot do this. I have been seeing this. By then, I did not even put anything in my mind as was somebody that God is using or God was going to use. That was far, was off my mind. It was off. So when he came complaining, I just shouted. I said, "You like freedom? You want freedom? That is what you want." That was how I look at it. I said, "You like freedom? You want that we should leave? You want to go and stay down? You don't want to stay in the dormitory?" He complained that he was not feeling fine. That he was seeing a lot of things. He told us a lot of things. I refused. I objected because I was the main man behind him. So finally, he left the dormitory, and when I started staying in the renting a place. After that, after the high school level, he came. When he came, and then went to the university. While in the university, he was always there, always with me, always with me. This thing now took a different turn. The thing started again. And even before that time, my mother always told me, on several occasions, "You see your junior brother like this." By then it was around the secondary high school like that. My mother was still alive by then. That, "You see your brother like this. If he tells you something, you know that it is going to happen." I say, "Mama, leave me. Mama, leave me. This your, we used to call him mother's boy. Mama, leave me. Mommy, just leave me at it." My mother said, when he tells you something, it's not once, not twice, not thrice. I'm just telling you. So when he came now, the thing now started. The thing started coming again. The thing started again. All along these periods I was talking like this, we are people of the ministry. The whole house is they are all ministers. My junior brothers are all ministers. We have a pastor, we have my pastor, the whole house. We got them up like that. So we need background. So with this background knowledge like this, we brought them all along it has been like this. So this gift started manifesting in his life, started manifesting, the thing became so strong. Going to church, going for prayers, you will see the thing manifesting. At one time like this, he will tell me, "Sister, I have a message for this, I'm afraid." I will say, "No, don't be afraid. I will take him to the people. Tell them what God has told you. Tell them." Just like that. That was how I encouraged him, and the thing started to go okay. I said it, he would tell me, "Sister, this is what is happening, this is what I've seen this. Go to this man in this place. Distance is not a barrier to me. Distance is not a barrier." So he would tell me, "Sister, it is like this, or this person, I'll meet them. Contact them, at times I'll come and meet them." Just like that, and God has been faithful, using him just like that. Not until we're preaching this gospel and moving the gospel until they left and then went to Israel. While in Israel, he met contact and prayer cells, and as they have just made it here. In Israel, he contacted, organized prayer cells, many prayer cells, and preached gospel in houses, and preached gospel in buses and other places, and when praying in all these holy places in Israel, and God gave him that message, the message of faithfulness. His faithfulness. They go and tell my people, that I am faithful. That there are so many people that are discouraged. There are so many people that have abandoned me. They think I'm no longer faithful. Tell them, no matter what is happening in my life, no matter the situation, God, I am faithful. God, am faithful. That's what I've said I'm going to do. God, am faithful. Let them stay focused. Let them stay focused. Let them stay focused. For I am faithful. I will not abandon them. I will not fail them. Reconcile my people unto me. That was the message. That was the vision. When he came with this message in a 7 days fast, when he came with this message, when he came back from Israel, we invited him in a condo city for a crusade. After I come to Titi, we took him to our estate, the whole of Bai area. At times for 2 months, you find a lot, the whole place, crusade, souls, winning of souls, miracles, testimonies, deliverance, a lot of things happened. For 2 months, it was there, a lot of things happened. So I just want to thank God. That is just a brief summary. There are so many things I'm not going to say here. There are so many I'm not going to say here because if I want to say it here, it's going to take a lot of our time. A lot. Amen. I just want to round up here to tell you that the vision. By then, when he started doing all this preaching over the radio, we used to contribute money and send preaching all over. He has been preaching all over. He had not even thought of giving a church, even opening a ministry. Until when he came back from ministry, he had that vision, and then he came and told me, and then one woman that God used him, he was on a mountain praying, and then God gave him a message for this woman, a white lady. This woman, he went and met this woman and told the woman this message, and this thing came to pass. It was that woman that started that paid for the radio ministry. She paid for the whole year. And then later on she came in again and paid about 1.5 million for a house. The house that she was living in, and part of the house was the church. She paid, and that was how the church started until where we are today. I want to thank God for all of you that are here. You are part of this. When God gives a man vision, God raises people to accomplish this vision. It's true. One man, it's not a one-man affair. It's not a one-man affair. It's something that will move people. Amen. The vision is God makes provision for this vision by bringing in people to go on with this vision, to put their hands together, to go on with this vision. So this is the vision we have. The vision of God is faithful ministry. That's why we are celebrating this ministry. We are celebrating this ministry for the faithfulness of God. Talking to the people about the faithfulness of God. That God is faithful. That don't be discouraged. Don't feel discouraged or be disappointed. God is saying something. Amen. God is faithful. May you put here to testify of the works